Hi there. Day 2 of lesson 4.8, complex numbers. Yesterday we went through the rest of it. Now we're doing this factoring using complex conjugates. Alright, we're going to see, can we take anything out of this? Yes, we can take a 5. You have x to the second plus 4. Okay? Yes, or a few days ago we just said, that's all the farther I can go, Mr. Rita. I've factored it completely. Alright, but now we have imaginary numbers. So we have x and x. Okay? We know the factors of this are 1 and 4 and 2 and 2, but the only way to get it canceled out, based off previous lesson, is if it's 2 and 2. Which is still going to hold true. I'm going to put a plus and I'm going to put a minus. And then I'm going to put an I squared here. The reason for the I squared is that's like multiplying by negative 1. And you'll see here in a second, as I go back and factor this, x to the second plus 2ix minus 2ix minus 4i to the second. This is going to cancel out. We wanted that to happen. That's awesome. We have x to the second minus 4i squared. This negative is not what we wanted to see. That doesn't work right there. But if we take our I squared, we know that's negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 4 is going to get x plus 4, which is that value. Which then means that this right here is what we were looking for. That is our answer. It works. I forgot my square here. So, over here, you're going to start realizing that it's going to be x and x. Your signs are probably going to be plus, minus. Alright, perfect square. So that's what we work with even these, is 9 and 9. Alright, this is going to give me a negative when I do my outside. Well, I want a positive. So then I'm going to look to put an I and an I here. And when I factor this back out, it should work. Alright. What are the solutions of each equation? We've been learning about the quadratic formula 2 days ago. Okay, quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Alright? So, b is negative 1. Well, it's minus, so this one becomes positive. Alright, plus or minus the square root of 1 squared, which is 1, minus 4 times 4 times 3 times 2. We're over 2a, which is 2 times 6. Or 2 times 3, my bad. Alright, so now we get 1 plus or minus. That's going to give me square root of 1 minus 12, 24. So we're going to end up over 6. So then we get 1 plus or minus the square root of negative 23 over 6. Are we done with that? A lot of times you would say yes, but square root of 23, or negative 23 is negative 1 times 23. Square root of negative 1 is I. So we're going to get 1 plus or minus I square root 23 over 6. That is our answer right now. Alright, this is going to be the same thing. We have minus 4. So this is going to become a positive 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 squared minus 4 times 1 times 5 over 2 times 1. We're going to get 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 20 over 2. Okay? Which is actually going to be 4 plus or minus the square root of negative 4 over 2. Alright, this is technically square root of 4 is technically technically, this can be actually wrote as -1 times 4. The square root of I, or of -1 is I. Square root of 2, or 4 is 2, so you're going to get 2I over 2. Alright, you're going to divide here, you're going to get 1 plus, divide there, I, that is my answer. There's my homework for both days.